That helped a ton. Alright, here you go, mix. Okie dokie, this is... double carrier game. Let's go get us some screenshots. Ah, there we go. Yes. Yes. Got ourselves a naked ship in the background, so why not highlight that? Boom. Alright. Let's see. Anti-debt. Free XP. Anti-air. Interesting choice on a Khabarovsk. Credit reduction. Air booster. Fire chance. Credit boost and commander XP with the perma camo. Not create a DD so fast that DCVs can't hit it. Lol. Hey, Predator. Now this is a ballsy choice. We were talking earlier about just charging into a cap as a destroyer, and we're doing it here. You'll notice that that naked Baltimore is still sitting right there. Ryu's already sending some torpedoes back. So I think Ryu's just randomly torping places? Yeah, he is. Okay. Oh. Each their own, I suppose. Now this is very interesting. Their carriers, we haven't seen their planes at all. Oh, there's the dive bombers. Okay. If you play carriers, first thing you play is always going to be the rockets, typically. Because the rockets get you the quick speed to detect destroyers, and they also get you the ability just to kind of, you know, whack destroyers and stuff like that. Shooting a little bit too low there. Started to realize that. 5 is turning in. Seattle is joining in on the fight. There are 6 people targeting you right now.
Engine boost deactivated.
Can't see the sectors. We don't know if he's changed to set a sector or not. Maybe later we'll be able to tell on some of the other ships in our replays. Now there's obviously another destroyer in BCAP here, and it's unfortunate that your carriers are taking torp bombers right now. Really should be doing anti-destroyer work. Hey SAT. Yeah, very brave. Didn't work, but he's still alive, so... Midway and Lexington are up by sea, so this is the thing about this map is oftentimes you get up to sea cap and then you just kind of get stuck. And it looks like that might be what's happening to the enemy team right now. Shima Main, I don't know who you are, but... Baltimore is moving and now getting torpedoed. That team's there to support him, though. Generally speaking, and I was talking about this with a friend of mine today, who just started playing the rework and stuff. The days of going off on your own and making big plays happen and stuff like that, because you're off by yourself, they've mostly gone away. Mostly. I think if you want to increase your chances at winning now, you need to basically work as a team. You need to pair up with somebody else. At the very least, pair up. If you can triple up, that's even better. But when you overlap anti-air auras, that's when carriers can't really drop on you anymore. Now this is dangerous. You've decided to go back into the cap, but you DCP'd now. I would have, if you wanted to go back into the cap, I would have held off on the DCP. And the reason for that is because you don't want to get set on fire, like in the next salvo and stuff. The Terrible takes out the gearing. Nice. That's 2 games where the Terrible has done work. Switch to HE, by the way. Wow. No rockets hit there. So what you want to do... There you go. When you know you're under attack by a carrier, you typically want to try to just kind of move around as much as you can with your rudder and stuff. Just throw off his aim. If you drive straight, it's obviously going to be easier for the carrier to drop on you. You can do speed hacks, all that kind of stuff too if you want. You have standard speed boost consumable, and honestly I think you really need to have the premium. Help you a lot right here using your speed boost. So if I were you, I would use it. Alright, you are no longer detected, so I suppose you could use your DCP now. You could also use your heal. I don't know why you stopped shooting at him, because he's low.
Engine boost activated.
No point attacking when the DD was smoked. Should have focused on attacking. SAT, I don't know what you mean by that. There goes the heal. Oh, focusing on the planes. Yeah, that's true. He could have focused on the plane. Absolutely. Now look at your team. They've managed to push through C-Cap, and they've got the enemy on the run, which is great. Even better is that this Cossack is basically food for you right now. Hopefully. There you go.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
5 is a good target for you now.
Ship is on fire.
Yeah, I saw the scroll zoom too. Vartasian would be proud. Now you could switch to AP here. Well, not anymore, he's turning in, but he was showing you a good amount of side there. You could have penned him. And he beached himself in front of the torpedoes. Nope. As usual, nice little gap there, says LOL. Your DCP there I don't think was well timed either. You DCP'd way late. If you wanted to get rid of the fire, you might as well have either at that point waited for it to burn out. Is Loyang meh in the new meta? I don't know. I mean, it still has the really good Hydro. And Haguryu finishes the job. Alright, repair party time. I don't know that defensive fire is... I mean, it's helpful for a destroyer, but I still think it comes down to working together as a team. Alright, good. Seattle wants you to shoot him. Your torpedoes will not reach. Absolutely no chance they will reach. Now you wanna get as far away as possible, and here's where again, if you had premium consumables, you could start using your speed boost sooner. But you want to get away from the Seattle. open up the range. It's much harder for him to hit you at range than it is for you to hit him at range.
Torpedoes astern.
Good job keeping aware of your surroundings, and you know that you're probably going to be torpedo dropped here. There's the torps. Yeah, the farther you, basically, the farther you operate from the fleet, the more important it is to have a full anti-air spec destroyer captain and overall ship, so very true. Now, SAT, are you finding that AFT helps in that regard, or do you think BFT is really all you need? Just saw Des Moines replay the guy's 55 seconds of radar? What? I don't think that the radar change has gone into place yet. Legendary module? No, Des Moines Legendary has nothing to do with radar duration. BFT and manual and terror, yeah. Now you were, if you secondary build Massachusetts, you are now within range of his secondaries. Yep, so keep that in mind. And this is one of those kinds of things where maybe you might want to go dark for a little bit and wait for him to DCP and then pick your fight. Now there's talks of changing the radar. Pretty sure the radar hasn't changed yet, but the concept behind it is that you'll detect the ship immediately using your radar, and your team won't see that ship for a bit. And then basically, in the process of that change, I know that they're going to increase the uptime for a lot of ships' radar, so maybe that's where the 58 seconds came in, but still, that seems kind of weird. Like I said, I don't think that's hit live yet. It could also be an older replay. Alzu, check the date that the video was published, because the radar consumable was nerfed. It used to be a 40-second duration buff, or 40%, and now it's a 20%. So that could be where you get the 48 seconds from. Or what is it, 58%? 55. Yeah, so that would, let's see, so that would be 16. Yeah, so yeah, that's probably where you're seeing that from. That change was 6 months ago, maybe. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Sorry to sneeze on. Right here. Cat is like all over me, and his dander is just getting to my sinus and stuff. Every time I stream, he wants my attention.
The ship is on fire.
So, we've done a nice job here of basically getting the battleships to ignore you because, well, they can't kill you. You might want to use your kill target here. There you go.
Engine boost deactivated.
The enemy is about to win.
Thanks, Shin. No, they haven't buffed radar. Like I said, I think that was just announced on the dev blog. Oh, you lost the torpedo tube. That's unfortunate. Yep, I agree. Just focus on the mass, especially when you saw him DCP. Massachusetts takes a lot longer to for the DCP to become available again. So, and after seeing a comment like that, yeah, I probably would have focused him even more.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Alright, so at this point, your Montana's capping B cap, so You could go straight to A. Now keep in mind, if you go straight to A, you're gonna go right into that midway. And that midway, the closer you are to a carrier, the more dangerous that carrier is, because it can get to you much quicker. So this is a risky decision. I was playing a few games earlier with some friends, and we were both in destroyers, and tier 6 destroyers, and we were looking at an enemy carrier, tier H Shokaku, and I asked him, I said, do you want to go for the confirmed win, or do you want to go after the carrier? And he said, you're asking me that in front of this XP pinata. And kind of laughed about it because I kind of thought I knew what was coming, and sure enough, I proceeded to watch as he got rocketed to death by the enemy Shogaku. So he became the XP pinata for the Shogaku instead of the other way around. Poor guy. But it is what it is. We still won the game, so that's the important. Battleships, so the cool thing about this meta is everybody's doing the capping. It's not just the destroyer's job anymore. And we're so used to that. We're so used to expecting destroyers, you spot things, and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's not that. It's really cool. We, at the same time, have seen that carriers are still incredibly important for spotting. I had a game where a carrier completely ignored Shimakaze, despite that we were pinging the map and saying, dude, if you don't spot this guy soon, he's gonna kill you. And, you know, a few moments later, the exact thing happened. Shimakaze showed up and torpedoed the crap out of him, and he died. That sucked. In addition, that carrier was all the way kind of where the Lexington is right now, back of the map, and, you know, that doesn't help the team either. By the way, their Hakuryu Lexington, I mean, especially Hakuryu, he's pushing in, which is cool, but at that point, I think you're, I mean, you know where the Mogami is, but generally speaking, you don't want to be on the front lines in a carrier like that. AP into the midway, not a bad idea. Oh, he noticed. Okay, I was going to say, sometimes they don't notice that they're being hit, especially if you don't hit the DCP with fire and stuff, because then they hear the whistle blowing and they hear all that kind of stuff. So, nice job on the Confederate. Here comes the rockets.
Our victory is in sight.
And again, here's where that other speed boost might have come in handy. If you have been running premium consumables, you could speed boost into the midway, cut your distance, and then possibly torp him. Oh wait, haha, you don't have any torpedoes anymore. Never mind. Additional salt in chat. DCP that immediately, probably, yeah.
The ship is on fire.
And it's now you versus the midway.
Problem solved, sir.
American rockets have a wide target pattern, so they want to get you broadside even in a destroyer. That's very true.
The ship is on fire.
Now the question is, can you kill him before he kills you? He's now starting to get to the point where he's going to start bouncing your shells. HE might be the way to go. Or, eventually you can aim for his butt. Ox is a tiny circle, yeah. Oh, you got the DCP off at 910 hit points. He's got an armored deck, don't shoot the deck. There you go. Shove him up his butt. Yeah. Prize AP penetration. Alright, so that takes care of our tier 10 stuff. That to the done pile. We will begin next with the Henri. Oh, I do have another. Oops. Lewd indeed. To draw. And Shima Main, congratulations.